Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. We are here to do a recap of episode number 108 of Beyond the Gates. Now, just so that you know, just as a little, let you know that your words do matter over here. So, whatever you say underneath this video, guess what? I'm going to talk about it. Not necessarily typing, but we talk on the front porch. So you'll see my video series called Front Porch Talk with Subscribers. Over there, baby, we be talking about the characters, about the storyline, about life. Just come on over there and talk. And what you see that I do respond. And it's so cute too. We have so much fun. So let me go ahead and get ready to see what they're talking about on this really interesting week of show. What did y'all think about this week? This week was pretty decent. Don't you agree? I really think so. Yesterday was a doozy. And I apologize for the audio, but we got through it. This one should sound a lot better. All right, you ready? I'm ready. Let go. Well, we pick up where we left off when you Andre uh sitting there holding his glass of wine, thinking about his conversation that he had with Ashley, talking about he want what she's not willing to offer, talking about Danny. So he's finna go on over there and tell Danny, I don't tell your mom, put your mom on the phone. Tell her I don't want her no more. Y'all know where that line that was from, right? Harlem Nights. So he's sitting there looking nervous like a mother sucker, drinking his wine, shaking his leg, because he know it's going to be a whole shit show when he breaks up with Danny. So Danny arrives at his apartment. This is the first time we ever seen Danny at his apartment. So she's like, "Look, sorry, I got your text message. Yeah, I was trying to get right back." And he was like, "Wait a minute, Danny, what's going on with you?" I was at Uptown with Haley, and he was like, "Wait a minute, I thought you was gonna stay the fuck away from her." She says, "I was, and that bitch, she found me, and you have to believe me. I didn't want it to happen. I promise, Andre. There was so much blood." He's like, "Wait a minute, what happened? What the fuck you talking about? Was there an accident? What happened?" "I think I made Haley lose her baby." So, honey, we're back at Bill's place. And we kind of rewind back just a little bit about Bill telling Haley that Danny had caught him with a phone call before he got on the plane. And Naomi was like, "This lying bitch." Then they had a nerve to play that old part where she says, he was like, "Baby, you okay?" "No, Bill, I'm not okay. I lost our baby." And he looks so hurt, y'all. He's like, "Damn. Oh, love, what happened? This can't be happening. This can't be." He is so hurt. I don't even think that Haley even understands how invested and involved and how happy he was about this child getting pregnant and having his child. I don't even think she realized that. And I'm so happy that Naomi is there to see this. Hopefully she can overlook a lot of her dad's bullshit from the past and really see a vulnerable side that she had never seen before. He was like, "Well, I'm here, baby. I'm here now. I got you. I got you." So she's holding, he pulls her in for a hug. So she's holding him with her big old damn butterfly eyelashes. And Naomi's looking like, "I see through all that bullshit." Okay, we are back at the casino with Vanessa and Joey. So she was like, "Do you trust me?" That nigga said, "No, I don't trust nobody, but I enjoy you more than I enjoy anybody else in town now. I don't trust you, but I do enjoy you." She says, "You know your world, I know mine. I promise Doug won't be a problem anymore." Now, her titas, they look a little flat today, girl. You should have had a lifter of the boobies. Y'all know I noticed the most smallest thing. So, excuse me. Again, I'm an actress. I notice things. I notice flaws and stuff like that. And it's not to shade. It's just like that girl made too much money for her titties to be sitting like that. So he tells her, Joy says, "Well, Doug's particular vices fall squarely within my purview, not yourn. So do tell, how the fuck did you work your magic? And how can you be so sure?" She said, "Well, he still does care what happens to me. I reminded him that the business is still in my name and he cannot take you down for money laundering unless he does me. I'm going down with you. End of story." Now, he may be a flawed man, but he's not about to do that to his own fucking wife. So we are back at Sammy, Randy, Dougie, all everybody, and Orphe G's. So Dougie, he had the burner phone and he calls, and so we hear Randy's phone buzzing. And so Doug runs over there to Randy, like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you insane?" Say, "What the fuck? What's wrong with you showing your fucking face in town? Man, you spent months trying to save me from myself. What the hell, man? You got a death wish or something? That's what Dougie is telling Randy. Randy ain't said shit yet. Dougie was like, damn, if are Orphe Jeans biscuits worth risking your fucking life? Like, I'm saying the same thing. I need to have some of them damn biscuits. That nigga talk about they're really good biscuits. Randy, they that good with some butter, some honey, baby. I love me a good biscuit, baby. I do. Randy says, look, man, take it easy, man. Look, all right, I'm in and I'm out. Ooh, he said some things are worth the exposure. Ooh. Oh, I'm rubbing my head, y'all. Dougie was like, well, like what? Randy says, I had some business to take care of. Ooh. Ooh, y'all, my Shana is just jumping up and down. I feel like he's connected to Haley. We didn't see that coming. Did y'all see that coming? I ain't see that shit coming at all. Uh-oh, Doug says, that sounds like code for women problems. Ooh. And Randy was like, huh, really? Ooh. So he kind of skipped the subject. Randy was like, well, look, just tell me, nigga, why was you trying to get a hold of me? So Dougie was like, look, I was just trying to think that you could maybe help me on some business on my own. So I kind of knew he was there and back in town. It was about Dougie, but damn, Dougie said it sounded like some women problems, y'all. That bitch is fucking Randy. So Randy was like, doctor business? And so Dougie was like, no, I can't live in Joey's fucking shadow, strutting around town like he's fucking untouchable. It's damn time we take our power back. Are you ready to take down Joey Armstrong? Now, Dougie, I said that y'all might try to do that shit. I said it was time for him to go. I said that. I said it was time for Joey to be taken down. I don't know if Dougie's the man to do it, to be honest. I just don't. He has so many men in his back pocket. Joey Armstrong gets taken down. They're going to find files upon files upon files about every corrupt person in that fucking town. So you need to know the full game, boy. You know how Monopoly is? You know all the fake money, you know all the little characters. You need to know the whole game. Or what about Uno? Y'all know about Uno, nigga. You need to know everything, all the rules. Cause if that nigga is taken down, it has to be a plan. You just can't be sitting in Orphe jeans over some biscuits talking about you want to take the most powerful man in town down. No nigga, no. Well, we are at Uptown, and guess who is having lunch or dinner, whatever? It's Derek and Jan. Shit, she sits down. She said, look, the guys at the station, the fire station, told me your ass was here, and I got here just in fucking time. She was like, I really didn't realize, honey, your ass was reduced to a really sad dinner. So he still got that juice with him, that green juice. He was like, look, I know how it looks. I'm just getting my body ready for the triathlon. Like, nigga, you just said you was going to do that like yesterday. So now you getting ready for it? Okay, I mean, he talking about it has a grand prize with his name written all over that shit. I know somebody who went through a breakup and the first thing they did was like a marathon type and got a medal for it too, but it was a female. So yeah, people do that after a breakup. Shit, Jan tells him there's an even bigger prize that's slipping through your damn fingertips. It's her daughter, Derek. Is Ashley. Ashley don't want him. He don't need to be chasing her if she don't want his ass. Derek was like, look, I get it, Jan. I get that shit, but that shit ain't happening. So she was like, look, I got the whole story from Ashley already, and I'm calling it bullshit. All of these what ifs are just wasted energy. And I am not going to let you ruin your fucking happiness over some damn FOMO, fear of missing out, for those old heads that don't know. Well, we're back at Jen's, and she got a cute little exercise outfit on. It's royal blue, which is my favorite color. And so she's running in place, baby. One and two, and she doing that old shaking shoulders, James. She trying to be fit too. What's this about? See, they kind of like alike. He's doing a triathlon now. All of a sudden, we never seen her exercise. So she's exercising, baby, running in place, blah, blah, blah. So she breathing all fucking hard, dabbing her forehead. Ain't no sweat nowhere. Back, stage hands. Y'all couldn't have sprayed no water like on right around her chest and her back and her forehead. Y'all couldn't have did that. Y'all could have sprayed some water on her, but she dabbing her forehead, girl. She ain't got no shit on there. And there she go, looking out into the audience, looking at us while she's thinking about all of the highlights from this week. Mama talking to her, what about Derek? What you gonna do when Andre's ass abandon your ass again and for work? And then she's just, oh, I'll kiss you, you don't need all that little shit that she went on this week with her and Andre. So she's doing a pep talk to herself. Come on, Ashley, make a decision. Now I do see that the picture is actually gone from off of behind the coffee table, so maybe that's a little bit of a transition. Anyway, we're back at Andre's crib, and so he gives Danny a glass of something, and he tells her to take a sip of that. She don't need no more, baby. She needs some water. That bitch took the whole glass, and then she killed it, and she said, "More." Danny is crazy. He looked like, oh shit, I guess not right now. Might not be the time to break up with her ass. I think that Andre likes needy women because he's too weak. There's no way in hell that he gonna tell her that it's not gonna work. I think he's really nervous now because he sees how sad she is. So he gave her about a swallow full in the glass, and so here, talk to me, girl. Tell me what happened. I was so sure, Andre, but I was so wrong. He was like, wrong about what? Haley, we were going back and forth like we always do. She called me old and manless. And I accused her of faking her pregnancy, and then she all of a sudden doubled over. At first, I thought her ass was faking it because we've been through this song and dance a couple of weeks ago. Then she called me a bitch and everything. She cried miscarriage, and right after that, she was fine. So Dre was like, "Wait a minute, so this time was different." She came back from the bathroom with blood all over her. She wasn't lying. So Andre was like, "Danny, did somebody call at least 911?" Well, she ran out of uptown and went to the hospital with some fucking man she don't even know. Well, she knew his ass. All because she couldn't stand to be in the same car as me. So Andre was like, wait a minute, she left with a damn stranger? Danny was like, yes, some man named Sammy. Yes, some guy named Sammy. It's like she preferred to be in the car with some stranger than me, and I can't say that I blame her. Andre, Andre, what have I done? So we back at Orphy Jeans, and so Doug asked Randy. He was like, "Man, now did you hear? I'm sorry, did you hear what I said?" Randy was like, "Oh yeah, nigga, I heard you, but I don't know if you out of your damn mind for suggesting that shit, or I've lost mine for not getting up from this table yet. I don't know who's more crazy, you or me." "Oh, I know," Dougie says. "I mean, Joey's the big bad wolf, but really he's not. He's only damn human." And so Randy was like, then he's more human than the rest of us. "A lot has happened between Vanessa and I since I got you out of here, friend." Randy was like, well, shit, it must be not be that good seeing how you proposing to me this damn Hail Mary. "But this place for us is just not sustainable anymore. I mean, Joey's never gonna back down. He's never gonna play nice." So Randy was like, well, how the fuck is that a reason for me to go up against him? Dougie was like, "'Cause you're my friend, nigga. And you owe me one." Randy was like, nigga, listen to me. Your ass ain't the first person to attempt to get rid of Joey. And those niggas, they ain't here to tell that tale." Dougie ain't listening. He's like, well, but see, my side is that I got that nigga dead to rights, to money laundering. Randy was like, follow that fucking money like the Capone, all right? But if he gets pulled in for that, then there's no way that he don't know it was you that set his ass up. He was like, yeah, that's true, because if I take my ass to the police and then report him, then that connects Vanessa, and I can't sentence Vanessa to 20 years in an orange jumpsuit. I mean, it would look really cute on her. I mean, so Randy was like, what's your fucking play? Dougie says, we pivot. I mean, forget about the little bullshit stuff that Joey has with my wife's company. We got to think big. Something like murder. Okay, Dougie, I hear you. I wonder who this pussycat is Randy is in town for. Y'all already know. I'm just teasing y'all. You know me. We know it's Haley. But how are they connect? When I see them, I know we're going to see them. Either that's her bro or that's his pussy. And when we see them kissing, I bet you we're going to see more chemistry that she has with Randy than we'll ever see her with Bill. Oh my God, hurry up and play that. So we're back at the casino, and Joey, and I said he is so smitten by that girl. Oh, Vanessa, that face, that body, that brain. You can launch 1,000 ships, baby. You can make men do crazy things, even perhaps mend their ways. But your ass have been Doug's for a long, long, long time. Now, how do I know that he's not immune to your influence? Because he's also been mine for a long time. Based on the call I overheard, he's forgotten who he is and who the fuck I am. Well, Doug has definitely given in to his vices, yes. But I do have to own my part in his spiral. He's sensing what's going on between us, and he's processing what it all means to him. Ooh, Joey says a real man manages his fucking business even when a woman rips out his heart. Damn. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you still plan on sharing a percentage of our operation with him? Because he can't have his cake and eat it too now. Look, honey, we haven't discussed what will happen to my cut. Then let me help your ass. Your commission ain't worth his wounded ass pride. His ass don't get to judge and venture our profit while profiting from it too. He don't get to do both. You don't know him like I do. He gave me his word, Joey. It's over. You don't have to give Doug another thought. So we're back at Orphe Jeans. I will say this. Randy is the only one that I've known. I ain't gonna say the only one, but he says Joey. He didn't say Joey Armstrong unless I'm missing something. Maybe he has in the past, but he was like, look, some men who try to off Joey, they not even around or alive to talk about it. So kudos for that one, because I get sick of them calling him by his first and last name. Anyway, Randy asked Doug, why are we talking about murder, Doug? Doug says, it's not that I haven't thought about getting rid of the man who's been christening casino tables with my wife. So he knows about the fucking on that poker table. That nasty ass poker table. Randy was like, oh, damn. So they are involved, huh? So Dougie's like, Vanessa, she's always preferred the thrill of danger. The dark side, Dougie says. And Randy was like, I mean, are you sure? Dougie was like, I almost walked in on him a couple of times, A man, they do know these things. So Randy was like, bro, man, I'm sorry, but I did see her sidling up to Joey before. And she was doing him all these thanking hymns and thank you for doing her some favors. Some business, some personal. But Joey normally don't make a habit of mixing business with pleasure. So now they're talking it through. They find out this damn plane is flying over my damn house. You can't trust these planes these days, baby. Back in the day, they just fly. Some of these shits will fall the fuck down. Excuse me, y'all. Anyway, getting back to my story before I was rudely interrupted by that damn plane. Randy says that Joey don't normally mix business with pleasure. So they're figuring it out like he's weak. He's real fucking weak to Vanessa. And so Doug is like, well, knowing that my wife is special to the devil doesn't really ease the blow. Look, now, me and my wife, we don't have the most perfect marriage by far, but knowing that this shit is happening right under my damn nose. Randy was like, ah, and that's why you got that fucking itchy trigger finger. Shit, Dougie was like, there's a few things I can do with my scalpel if given a chance. But no, I don't want you to murder him. I will do that shit. I'm just kidding. I just want that asshole to suffer. And you, my friend, you are exactly the man that can make that shit happen. Like, all right, we back at Andre's pad, and so Danny is still talking to Dre. This is all me. Everyone knows that I don't like Haley. That dress is nice. Now that we see a full view of that shit, it's all lions and tigers and zebras and bears and roses and stripes and backs outs, and it is gorgeous. And it has like a little asymmetric cut at the bottom. I'm a frilly girl. I might have the mouth of a man, but I have a body of a woman. And I like pretty stuff like that. It's so pretty. And she continues, she says, I would never, even though I hate that bitch, I would never ever wish this on another woman. And now she's probably in that hospital all alone. Girl, no, she's home, resting on her couch. Girl. I mean, Dre, he was like, okay, look, yes. Yes, look, everything's gonna be fine. Okay? Yes, some of this is on you. Damn, Dre. He was like, yeah, you upset her so much that it sent her to the hospital. Okay, but the truth is, you don't know all the facts, Danny. I mean, the doctors could have definitely stopped the bleeding by now, boo. Hell, he could be looking at the ultrasound of a healthy baby right this second. Wishful thinking, Dre. So we're back at Bill, and she looking all sad, while Naomi is still there looking. So he asks her, Bill says, did they say that it had anything to do with the fall at the office? She says, no. He said, well, why the fuck did they release you so quickly like that then? Of course, Bill wants to talk to somebody. What the fucking name of the ER doctor that you saw? All right? I mean, shit, they're going to hear from me right now. And Naomi looking like this lying bitch. Bill, stop. They treated me. Look, there was nothing left to do or say. The baby was gone, and all I wanted to do was just come home and be with you. Naomi was like, there's plenty left to say. He didn't even notice that Naomi was there. He heard her. He turned around. He said, "Oh, damn, Naomi, did you come over to see me?" She was like, "No, no, Dad. I really came over to talk to Haley about something, but I definitely didn't know about the baby." He says, "It's a good thing you beat me here so that Haley wasn't here alone." Ugh. He was like, "Baby, I'm sorry. It's okay. Okay, I'll be okay." He said, "No, it ain't no damn okay. It ain't okay. It will never be okay. None of this will ever be okay," Bill says. So he asked Naomi would she mind staying there with her in the living room while he go and make her old lion ass some tea. So he leaves, she says, and so Naomi was like, I don't mean to sound so fucking indelicate, but why the hell didn't you tell me what happened? I fucking walked through the fucking door. Well, maybe I wanted to tell your father first. I mean, this is sensitive and it's between us. Girl, you just was in a fucking crowded ass, damn ass restaurant and you talking about you wanted to leave that between them? Girl, please. And maybe I just didn't and still don't want to talk about this with you. Naomi was like, girl, I wasn't gonna say nothing in front of his ass, especially with how broken up he is all about this shit. But your ass need to clarify some things. Why the fuck did you pretend that you had an ultrasound? Is my dad mourning a baby that never existed in the first damn place? I swear, the more I keep thinking about this, that girl is in cahoots with Randy. Just going back with her first phone call, she was like, hey, I'm just checking on you. Are you okay? Oh, good. I'm just, do you need anything? Okay, I'm just checking on you. All right, well, just let me. I know that it's him. Because when he left, she was always dressing real sexy and stuff. I don't think she dresses sexy. Everything is still tight. But when Randy was in town, baby, the way she dressed and the way she carried herself was way different. And remember, Danny had asked her the first time she was pregnant, "Is it Bill's?" I'm like, "Is it Bill's?" Why would she ask that? Who else is she fucking in town? And Randy was the last person on my mind. I didn't even think about that shit. Anyway, child, we are back at Orphe Jeans with Randy and Doug talking. They doing a really decent episode today. All right, Maurice, you better do your shit. Well, for that biscuit to look that good, baby, you only ate half of it. So he comes back and he tells Dougie, okay, nigga, tell me the real. So you want to make Joey suffer, but you don't want to, lock him down on money laundering without implicating Nessa. So he wants to know what's the plan, what's going on in Dougie's mind. Dougie says, so Joey tried to get you to carry out a hit for him, right? Remember that? The one you didn't do? So Randy was like, yeah, you're right. It didn't go as planned. Nope. So Joey was like, so what does that mean? That means just because you didn't finish it, you didn't go all the way to the finish line, he just what, gave up? You think that just because you didn't do it that he didn't hire somebody else to finish that fucking task? Randy was like, look, brother, I don't know, and I sure as hell don't want to know. Deggy was like, look, Randy, look. If the police know that Joey coerced you into fucking murder, then they will follow the breadcrumbs. But what you don't know is that the police was in on the murder, you dumbass. Dougie says, and I bet all my chips, and you knows I'm a motherfucking gambling betting man. I bet all my chips on them landing on a dead man. Joey can go down for murder one. Premeditated, willful, deliberate. Yeah, murder one, nigga. Randy was like, so instead of them following the money, they gonna be following the fucking body. Randy was like, aha, you want me to fucking snitch. Look now. The way I see it, you either way get ahead of him, or your ass wait around for him to remember that you're a loose end. Oh, Jan and Derek are back at we at uptowns, and so she tells Derek, you never quitted on anything, Derek. Jan says you cannot quit my daughter, but Jan, she don't want him. You love her, she loves you. Derek was like, look, I left that all of that out on the field for her, Jan. I really did. I got down on my damn knee, ring in my hand, and she turned me fucking down. He was like, at some point, baby, you got to take the hint. She was like, look, there's another way to read that moment. She looks so desperate. God, she don't want her daughter to make the same mistakes. Who was that rock band man girl that broke your heart? Some ass. What? Who was it? Rick Jagger? Oh, I'm talking about Rick. Mick fucking Jagger. So she wants to make an excuse for Jen that she got scared and it's her damn fault since her dad wasn't really in her life and in the picture like that. She raised her to be so damn independent that she feels cornered instead of love. Derek was like, look, Jan, it's not your fault. You raised a really perfect woman, but unfortunately she wants somebody else. She don't want me. I mean, we could have definitely weathered the storm with her fears or her being scared for sure, but we just can't get past the fact that she has an interest in a whole nother man, and ain't me. Andre Richardson is no competition with you. He's a player. she, when I tell you, she never met Andre, but she is so stuck on the fact that this man is a player. She don't like that, and it's because of damn Ashley's ass telling her that. And now she can't get over. You know, y'all know when y'all in relationships or you know somebody that was in a relationship with somebody and they had a bad, situation that popped off, and then you go and talk about them like a dog, right? You talk about them, you drag them all through the mud. Then when y'all work things out or you have that makeup sex, y'all get back together. Guess what? The people who you talked about that person with and to, they still can't stand his or her ass. Y'all take them to the family reunion. You all in love and shit. And everybody else sitting with their legs and arms folded looking at how much, he just cussed your ass and beat your ass. Or, he treated you mean or played around on you, cheat on, So, yeah, you can't be, you got to be careful who you tell your shit to because the people outside of that situation don't forget. Whew, okay, back to the show. Wow. Right after Jan said he's a player, Derek was like, well, it's Ashley's mistake to make. And he was like, well, maybe Andre really did us both a favor. He actually showed us both what I have to offer. And what I had to offer for her wasn't enough for her. She said, I'm finna tell your ass the same thing I told her. Look, don't you throw away the best thing that's ever happened to either of you because she's just a little curious of his grass, if his grass is a little bit greener than yours. Like I always say, don't mess with that greener grass because you don't know how much manure it took to grow that grass as green as it is. Had to go through a lot of shit. She said it is not. And so Derek was like, look, I've tried multiple times, honey. So she was like, what? I mean, you just done? Time to lick your wounds and drink your protein shakes? She said, I had to remind her ass of who you are, and apparently your ass have forgotten it too. He was like, well, who am I, Jan? She was like, look, you're the guy that's loved her through everything, who helped her navigate the start of her fucking nursing career. I mean, you run into burning buildings for God's sake. Ooh, here she go again. Andre is a fleeting moment. You are a lifetime promise. When I tell you that bitch has been dropping some nuggets ever since she's been on the screen this week, I ain't never paid this much attention to Jen before. I mean, Jen, Lord. Go ahead, take your drink. I thought I was doing good. I might have already said Jen. Oh, yeah, I go. That name before. Jan. I ain't never paid that much attention to Jan. It's, especially when her, Leslie, and Mona were like tight and kicking and stuff. I ain't never paid that much attention to Jan. I knew she was cool, but I was focused on Leslie and Mona, but this lady, her little spotlight time, shit, that lady is dropping some nuggets. She said, honey, you can be plucked right out of a Hallmark movie. Oh, he is charming. He's a sweetheart. Derek says something that was real. Did y'all give him this line? Did y'all give him this line beyond the gates? Because he has this persona of being a dumb doofus. He said, this is real life. This isn't TV. Yes, it is. It is TV. Anyway, she says exactly. Look, real life, you a hero, then act the fuck like a hero. And go get your girl. I just don't think that Andre is gonna break up with Danny. He can't, not right now, as vulnerable as she is. So we're back at his pad with Andre's pad, and so he tells her, "So see, girl, see how you just torturing yourself over nothing." So he tells her, like, "Why don't you call and find out?" She's like, "Look, the hospital's not gonna give me an update over the phone. They're not gonna tell me shit." So he was like, okay, right. Okay, well, why don't you check with Naomi or Chelsea to see if they know anything? And there she go again. She's showing up at his place because she's not where he wants her to be. She's like, Bill, I have to call Bill. He was like, Danny. She's like, look, I spoke to him when he was at the airport, okay? He's got to be at the hospital by now. I know how it seems, Andre, but this is the only way that I can ease my mind. So she runs and gets her purse and gets her phone out. And so Andre was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Take care of your business. So he answers the phone. So Danny was like, how is she? He was like, she's at home now. She's like, oh God, thank God. Oh God, that is so good to hear because I was so worried. I'm so glad that she and the baby are okay. She was like, wait, the baby's okay, right? And so he shakes his head a little bit because he's doing fake time. And so he was like, well, Haley, she's trying to be okay. But the baby, we lost the baby. She's, oh, Bill. She hung up. Bless her heart. That thing's going to weigh on her conscience. When I tell you this girl go through so much roller coaster, up and down bullshit. I'm like, damn, this girl can't take a break. She can't. Unless there's a party, a fashion show, a wedding. Well, she cut a fool at the wedding. But yeah, it's she can't catch a break. Well, anyway, we're back at the house with Naomi and that lying ass Haley. So Naomi was like, TikTok, bitch. Spill your tea before my dad comes back in here with the one he's making for you. Okay? So spill it. Okay, but it isn't what you think. She said, look, what I think is that you've been manipulated from day fucking one. But this shit is a new and confusing low. I lied. There isn't any ultrasound. Really? So you decided to tell her the truth? But why, bitch? And Naomi was like, really, bitch? And the printout that my dad has been carrying around like he's a proud pappy? I pulled that from the internet. But Naomi, it sounds way worse than it actually is. So Naomi was like, what the fuck? So you were losing the grip on my dad, so you fake a pregnancy and then fake a miscarriage? Is that it? I was pregnant. No, Naomi, no, I really was pregnant. I swear there was a baby. There was. I wanted someone so desperately. There was a him or her. I did lose him or her. Naomi was like, why the fuck would I believe that? That absolutely makes no fucking sense. Make it make sense, Haley. Child, she gonna say she was fucking around with another man and it was another man's baby. Y'all know I be guessing way far left. All right. Well, we are back at the casino, so Joy was like, huh, well, this is new territory for me. A woman who's actually working toward my best interest? Wow. To protect me? Hell, I'm grateful. And he's still looking at her and he's like, I don't need no cops sniffing around another investigation. She's like, another? Is there something else that I don't know about? He was like, any is what I meant. Not another, but any. Yeah, right. She says, you're welcome, but I'm not just protecting your ass, honey. And Doug and us. Yeah, I'm protecting you and us and Doug. He was like, you really do care about him, don't you? Duh, the girl is married to him. Why do you think after fucking on a pool table, a poker table 3 or 4 times is just going to switch her love from him to you? You stupid. I thought Joey was smart, but when it comes to his heart, he's just not the best thinker. And y'all have yet to fuck on in a actual bed. So if you think that she's gonna fall in love with you like that, you are solely mistaken. He goes on and on about how the fact that she cares about him, and he knows a lot of Dougs. Everything goes great while the cards are going their way. And as soon as they lose enough, their asses just get nasty and petty, just like you is. You is. I can't tell you how many Dougs have offered their wives and girlfriends to me. Right in this very room. Ooh, he's petty. She says, what about you? If the cards were not on your side, would this right here, would you be a different Joey? He talking about, yeah, there would probably be a different version of him. On a beach somewhere, writing novels, cooking meals, because he's a really good cook. Remember that? We forgot the fact that he has an IG page and it's all about his recipe. He says, and I will be spending my forever with a woman like you. He said, but I tell you this, if that was my life, I wouldn't gamble this shit. In the minute that I've known Doug, I've seen him go from a respected cardiac surgeon to a deadbeat drunk who lives off his fucking wife. You've only known him a short time. We've had plenty of good years before the mundane one. Maybe he can't control his impulses. Maybe his wife can't control hers, and because he can't control his impulses, I really don't know. I don't care. But he is a good man, which is why I need you to understand something. Wait a minute. I thought she said she wasn't going to tell him. But anyway, she moves to him real slowly and she says, I told Doug that you bugged his car. She told him. And he slowly looked at her like, bitch. I'm like, did she say that she didn't want Doug? She wasn't going to tell? Like, I feel like Vanessa is in this shit for herself. I don't think that she's loyal to nobody but her own self. And not even her kids, because we ain't seen they asses yet. So we're back at Orphe Jeans, and so Randy is talking. I mean, Randy is laughing. So Dougie was like, I didn't hear a joke. So Randy was like, buddy, man, listen to me. When it comes to crimes, you are still a newborn. Randy was like, nigga, you have missed a crucial part in this grand plan of yours. And Dougie was like, which is Joey owns the motherfucking cops. Or have you forgotten how he sent Detective Malone to quote unquote stop me from leaving town? You forgot that shit? Dougie says, and I handled that, but I like to listen real good, and you said cops, which means there's a plural in there somewhere. Who else does Joey have like that in his back pocket? Randy was like, yo, look, man, look, a man like that don't divulge everything, alright? But I'm sure he got a few spares. Then we go to the DA, because there's no way he has the whole force in his payroll. Dougie says, back at home, they used to say that I used to pull the greatest magic trick of all. I traded in a hood for a white coat and never looked back. I can make miracles again, brother, and I can take you with me. I just need you on my side. Yes or no? Oh my God. We're at Jen's house. She gets a knock on the fucking door. She runs to the door. It's like, oh my God, that must be Naomi. And it's Doug. I'm sorry. Shit. It's Derek. Hi, Ash. Hi. I'm sorry. I guess I should have called first. Yes. You just don't show up at nobody's apartment unannounced. She was like, no, come in, please. I think that she wants to be friends with him because she doesn't want him to be mad with her because she's trying to figure out what she wants. But I feel like she still wants to be friends with him, but some people don't want to be friends with their exes. So she has to understand that. I feel. That's what I feel. She's like, can I get you anything? Oh yeah, I still have those protein drinks you like. So you just happen to have them there. Okay. All right. We're gonna see how meaty this is. I'll pick out what I feel is important in this scene. So, quickie, he says that he saw her mom at Uptown. So she's like, oh my God, I hope it wasn't too awkward bumping into her. He was like, no, not really. She actually came looking for me. So she's a little bit embarrassed. She said, look, that won't happen again. My mom is really taking it hard about our whole damn breakup. So he was like, I get it. He said, but that lady says something to me that I just can't fucking shake. So he said that sometimes we run away from the thing that's right in front of us. And because we're afraid that we're gonna be missing out on something else, and that's true. I agree with him on that. I really do. Sometimes I know when I met my boo that this is a vulnerable moment. It ain't too vulnerable because I ain't gonna tell all my business, but sometimes you go through some relationships that don't work out the way you think, and you feel like when you find that one person and they really show up the way that they show up in your life, which is like an answer to your prayer. You don't feel that you're worthy, so you tend to just run away and try to reconnect to what you're used to. But no, that person that's standing in front of you is pretty much the answer to your prayers. So I really do understand that part. I really do. So he said, here I am again. I'm going to make a fool of myself, but this is going to be for the last fucking time. I want to be your hero, Ash. I don't want to be penalized for being me because I haven't had the chance to be exposed to the same things that Andre has been exposed to. He was like, I can learn just like how I learned about wine. And he says, I want to learn about you. I mean, we can learn together because Andre has to learn about her. Andre don't know her. Remember, Derek didn't know her until he lived in the house with her. He didn't know her. Andre doesn't know her. He has to get to learn to know her. So I hope that she changes her mind because she was still confused right before he came over. She was like, come on, Jen, mate. Here I go again. Ashley, make up your fucking mind. And here he goes again. Is there any other chance? This the third time. Don't ask her no more, Derek. So we're back with lying ass Haley and damn Naomi. You remember when your mom took me to Garland when I was cramping? I thought I was losing the baby. This is what she's telling Naomi. Child, please. The doctor wanted to do an ultrasound, but I just couldn't let her. Ooh, Naomi was like, because your womb is as empty as your fucking words. Ha ha. If the doctor didn't see it or didn't say it, then no one can tell me that I was going to lose my baby. I was terrified. And then the pain subsided and I just convinced myself that I was all right. And when I went back for the follow-up, I knew Bill would ask about the sonogram. So I just printed one out. And Naomi just shakes her head. Oh, look, I know it was stupid, but it stopped his questions and it allowed me to keep pretending that you were pregnant until today. And now all I can wonder is, would it have made a difference? When I got it done, could it have saved my baby? Naomi, listen, I was picking out paint swatches for the nursery. Your father was online picking out strollers, girl. I wanted to tell him. I should have told him. But if I do that now, all it's gonna do is just hurt him all over again, and I feel guilty enough. Look, Naomi, I have no right to ask you this, but are you gonna tell Bill? And that nigga comes in with his tea and says, tell me what? He comes back in and says, what's going on, ladies? Because I can't take no more suspense tonight. They looking at each other like, oh. There's something you should know, Dad. And she gets up. He's like, what is it, sweetheart? She was like, I'm really, really sorry for your loss. Naomi don't pull no punches. Okay, I'm going to push play. I don't think she's going to tell him, but let's see. I know that you were really looking forward to having a little bundle of joy around here. And she looks at Haley and says, both of you. Bill says, well, thanks for that, sweetheart. And she was like, look, I was even looking forward to meeting my newest little sibling. So she hugs her dad, and so she's looking at Haley while she's hugging him. And so Haley mouths, thank you. Anyway. So we're back with Andre and Danny. And so she was like, I got away with so much because I was the victim and she was the villain. I've gone too far, Andre. With everything I've ever done, I've never actually hurt anybody. I'm a monster. Hey, no, don't say that, baby. Don't start that, okay? How I would have bet my life that she was faking, but she wasn't. That baby was real. And now it's gone because of me. Now, I love Danny, but her expressions, honey, whew, who would ever believe that I would want somewhere that like that deep down? Who would ever believe that? Andre was like, me, girl, Danny, I believe you. This ain't your fault. Your words, no matter how harsh they might have been, did not cause a miscarriage. The stress? He said, look, hey. You said that Haley picked a fight with you, right? It ain't like you was out there looking for trouble, girl. Oh, and then she falls on him. Like she really like falls on him. And he hugs her. He's like, it's not your fault, okay? This is not your fault. You know he ain't trying to. Ooh, child. Andre, nah, you ain't gonna do that. You can't. So she pushes him away. She's like, I'm doing it again. He was like, doing what? She's like, I'm using you to make me feel better, and it's not fair. He's like, hey, God, I am the worst. He was like, look, I decide what's fair to me. She's like, no, we're friends with benefits. Ooh, she says, and I keep crossing the line between wanting you to needing you. Ooh, Andre. Wow. He says, I think the key word right there, Danny, is friend. I mean, you can confide in me. You can lean on me, Danny. All right now, Andre, you flipping. She said, well, I do appreciate that, but it cannot be all take every time we're together. He was like, right. She said, you wanted to talk earlier? Andre, she's really opening that door. It's squeezed open just a little bit. It's cracked, baby. So you got to choose on whether you want to close it or go ahead and kick that door open and tell her how you feel about that unseasoned pork loin candy striper nurse. So we're back with Ashley and Derek. She was like, I know what you want to hear and I know what my mammy wants. He was like, well, what do you want? And she says, I'm torn. I love you. And a couple of months ago, I was the most happiest girl, surest girl in the world. Then she said she got everything she ever wanted, her dream job, her man, everything she worked for. She got everything she wanted. Everything in her life was set. But for some reason, it did not feel the way it was supposed to feel. I mean, Derek, when you proposed to me, it should have felt like heaven on earth, but all the while I felt like I just wanted just to run. So he was like, damn, you felt trapped? Ah, okay. She said she felt their world was getting smaller and there was so much that they haven't still done or seen. Okay, but he said he wanted to do that with you, girl. So she said, I don't want to hurt you, but I feel like Andre opened me up to a world of wonders. And he was like, look, and you actually think that I'm done having adventures? He was like, I might not have his money or some glamorous, rich ass background, but I can still give you some experiences, bitch. But she said, but we never have them, Derek. It's like, but you haven't given him a chance. Y'all are still young. It's like, you act like he can't give it to you at all. You never told him that. You never told him. She's like, we never even had those adventures in our heads. She says, and I'm not faulting you because you and I, we were raised the same way. Like, keep our heads down, follow the path, create a very stable and safe and solid future. I'm sleepy, y'all. I'm gonna take a nap after this. But yeah, that's what everybody thinks until you meet that someone or you eat that one meal or you come on that one channel that really makes you look at life differently. And she says part of her wants to follow her mammy's advice and just choose the man that makes her feel safe. But I cannot ignore the other side of me that just wants to throw caution to the wind and just really just go for it, you know? God, I feel so selfish right now. And he was like, look, if there's one thing you need to be selfish about is, wow, who you fucking choose to love. That is so true. You need to be sure. He said, for me, it's a damn easy choice because there ain't nothing that I want to do on this earth without you by my side. Y'all better write, writers. He said, and I will never be him, but I can promise you this. Oh, he said, I will work every day to give you your dream. Oh, he says, but you are mine. You are mine. Mine. And he says, but one thing I ain't doing is that I won't be coming like keep going back and forth. I won't keep doing the back and forth thing. because I really do feel like I'm losing a part of myself waiting on your ass. So what's it gonna be? Forever or never? Okay, bars. Okay. I think this was the first time that she was that honest with him. I don't think that because everything was like it was like a replacement or a substitute. She never really talked to him directly about how she feel. Because he would ask her and she'd be like, I don't know how to put it into words. I don't know. She never knew. But this was the first time she actually told him what she wanted, like what she wanted. He's like, okay, that's cool. I'm willing to do that. I'm everything that you want to do in your dreams, I got you. Let's do it. Okay, I got you. So let's see if she's gonna find another excuse. Because if she want to go to Paris, let's go to Paris. You want to, you know, live in the middle of the Sahara, let's do it. He's willing to be there for her. So we're back at Bill's and Haley's spot, and he comes back in. And he was like, "Yeah, Naomi seems to really taking it hard. She's a good actress too. I hope that she goes to see Danny. I know Naomi ain't that gullible. She ain't that dumb. She gonna be doing some investigation. She was really holding a space for our child. Who knows? Maybe our little blessing could have brought us all together for good. He was like, "Oh, Haley, baby, I promised that we was gonna do this shit together, and I wasn't even there." Uh-oh. She's like, "Baby, I'm sorry." No, no, no. He says, "No, no, no. Stop, baby. Stop. Look, let me tell you something. As much as I feel like I'm always in control of everything, I'm not. And neither are you. Look, there was nothing that you could have done. Look, this is not your fault, okay?" So he gives her a hug. So we're back at Orphe Jeans with Dougie and Randy. And so Randy tells Doug, like, look, I really hate what he did to you and my part in it. And living under Joey's thumb and living in fucking fear, baby, that ain't living. Randy is like, and I need more than that. So Dougie starts smiling and says, so you're in. Randy was like, we do that shit my way. And look, Doug, you gotten fucking sloppy and loud. Now, remember I said that we need a big bad motherfucker that was going to be meet Jed, Joey head on. Yeah, I'm sleepy. I'm definitely going to take a nap. We need somebody that was just as smart as him. It might be Randy. It just might be Randy, but Randy going to have to like keep his head low, like lay low. And yeah, he gonna have to put a muzzle on Dougie's mouth. But Randy was under the radar. It might just be Randy. It might just be him. And he says, and Joey got eyes and fucking ears everywhere. And so Dougie tells him, like, yeah, Vanessa did tell me that your boss put a bug in my car. Randy was like, you know what? This gives us an edge, nigga. I mean, you can lead him down any path you motherfucking want. For once in that motherfucker's life, Joey Armstrong won't see what's coming for him. And I feel like that's the man we need because I just said that shit. I said, we just said that in our live, right? We was talking in the live. We said that there has to be another man, a man of color, that's just as smart as Doug, damn, as Joey, but really, really knows the streets and the business. And it just might be Randy. It just might be Randy. So now we back at the casino and Joey was like, what the fuck? You told him about the bug. You want to explain to me why you said no more damn lies and then you do that shit? She says, but I didn't lie. I told you precisely what I did. I handled Doug like you fucking wanted. You really don't want to split hairs with me. I needed him to know how serious the situation was before your ass took matters into your own hands. Telling him about the bug accomplished that. Look, I'll never see Doug the same way again after being with your big, meaty. But I would be so heartbroken if he wasn't in this world anymore. This was my way of fixing the problem. And she walks over to him very seductively and touches his jacket. Can you forgive me? He says, well, it is it is hard to stay upset at you. So yeah, that's the weakness. That's the weapon. If they work together, if it was Vanessa, Randy, and Doug, they could take him down because she keeps him distracted. Ain't nothing like a man who's distracted, and she keeps him distracted. He might have ears and eyes all over the place, but she keeps him in a real good space. She was like, "Oh, I know of a few ways that I can make it up to you." So she tries to kiss him. And he was like, "You know what?" He didn't kiss her. I am an understanding man, but I also fucking know that we can't always help who we love or what that love makes us do. So we back at Uptown. Derek comes back to talk to Jan. So Jan was like, "Well, did you two lovebirds set a wedding date?" And he's looking like, he said, "I went over there, did what you said." And she's like, "Okay, and what? He said, "There ain't gonna be no fucking wedding date. Ever." She chose Andre, he says. So we back at Andre and Danny. So I guess they were touching hands, and Danny was like, "Ah, ah, ah." She's like, well, don't be shy under my account. Whatever it is, whatever you have to tell me, I'm sure it's not as bad as what I've done." "Yes, it is, girl." He was like, "Look, yo, we could talk about this some other time, okay?" She's like, "When I'm not a hot mess?" She was like, when the fuck is that, Andre? He was like, "Look, anyone would need a minute after seeing Haley like that, all right?" So she thanks him. She said, "Thank you for making me feel like I'm not the worst human being to ever walk on the planet." He was like, "Hey, Danny, I wish that you could see yourself the way I see you, baby. You're so good at being bad. You're so good. But you're also good at being a mother, a sister, a friend. You're the type of person that walks in the room, baby, and lighting the lights up. You light other people up, Danny. The kind of woman who is liable to make forget that anyone for any wait a minute. She's the type of woman who is liable to make a man forget anyone else exists. This and maybe one day you'll believe those things for yourself, and I won't have to remind you." She's like, "Well, until that magical day comes, I'm glad I have you here to fluff me up." Oh my God, she hugs him and she says, "What would I do without you right now?" And that crazy ass Ashley chose him. "What are you going to do, Andre?" He says, "Good thing you won't have to find that shit out." Didn't he just leave Ashley's presence and said he was on his way to tell he already made his choice? It's confusing ass. Oh my God. I didn't see that shit coming. Shit. Danny's over there, girl. And he tonguing her ass down. His door was open, and guess who the fuck walked in? Ashley. So when the door closed, he was like, "Wait a minute, did you hear that?" They both heard the door close. So she was like, "My heart beating in my chest." He was like, "Look, Danny, you just had a very, very traumatic experience, and I don't want to, take advantage of that. She's like, I understand. She said, "It's probably not wise for me to use you as my emotional support hunk, right?" He was like, "Yeah, maybe not." So she was like, "Well, can you just hold me tonight?" Ooh, it's going to be hard to let her go. She says she doesn't want to be alone. He's like, "Of course, we're friends." Okay, so recap for next week. We got Danny going over to console Bill. We see that Nicole did serve Ted with divorce papers as she should. Cat says that was supposed to be a vertical expression of a horizontal desire, and she's trying to dance salsa with him, because he's a dancer. She looks like a stiff mannequin. So it was Eva. He's like, "You know what, Eva, Tomas? You know what, Eva? That's why you get me." She's like, "Yeah, it's crazy." Then the next scene we see, who was that? Martin, Tyrell, Samantha, and Smitty playing spades, baby. Oh my God, I got chills. The first part was Naomi and Jacob telling Smitty and Martin that they found Samantha and Tyrell's biological mama. And then we see Leslie open the door, and I guess her mammy is there, and Leslie's like, "Oh, sweet baby Jesus, no." Ooh, child, what a week, baby. This has been one amazing week of Beyond the Gates. This was a good episode. We have done this shit for 108 episodes, y'all. Damn. Ooh. Well, hopefully y'all had a great week. This has been so much fun. We began the week with me going live on Sunday, And we've been here, talking and kikiing. We are growing. Oh my God. We are growing. We're definitely growing. And I thank y'all for sharing. Keep sharing, y'all. Keep sharing because the word is getting out. I need for me to be on that main page. So when people are looking for Beyond the Gates, they see my pretty mug on there with my green, looking like I'm my high school picture. I didn't even notice that. I was like, you know what? That looks like me when I took my high school picture with the feathers around the damn neck. But you know what? That's me. I'm different. I'm extra. Just like my wall in the background. So love you guys. I'm trying this new voice recorder. So hopefully this is going to be better. It won't be so muffled. And I can go ahead and upload it quicker, edit it, and do whatever I need to do. So y'all have a good weekend. The next time I see y'all will be probably in the comments of this particular video, as well as the last front porch. And I still feel that Randy and Haley